All right, here's somewhat warm startup. It's been warmed up a little bit. Right now I'm showing 62,113 chassis miles and a little under 2,500 miles on the motor, including 1,500 warm-up miles. So it's pretty quiet. Kept the Cobb exhaust on there with the mufflers, so it can definitely get loud, but usually not until higher RPMs. Cold startup on these cars definitely is a little bit louder, but it's pretty quiet. A little bit of fluid coming out. That's just because I just washed the car. You hear a little bit of rattle. That's from the spring on the turbo. To get all the pressure out of the tuning, there's a little bit of rattle in the spring. Right now this car is set at about plus or minus 25 psi boost at 450 wheel horsepower. I got my Cobb kind of set to run for boost, coolant, ethanol. As long as you're running above 70% ethanol, you're getting the full wheel horsepower. You've also got tuned into this car with 3 different stages. So intelligent mode runs about 300 wheel horsepower, sport mode runs about 375, and then Sport Sharp runs full boost at 450 wheel horsepower. That's roughly, intelligent mode's roughly spring pressure only, so 16 psi, and then the sport mode's gonna be about 20 psi, and this will be at 25 psi plus or minus 1. And of course, if you're familiar with STIs, you got center diff control here for auto, manual, plus you got different stages of there's auto minus, auto plus, you got a manual, and you got all the way towards the back and all the way up to what they call a 50-50 lock, which really isn't a lock, but you definitely can't tell a difference. Typically, if you're willing to just have fun on mountain roads, I go auto minus, and it works pretty damn well. Still pretty quiet car. You know, shut the door in the cab so you can, for whatever this phone's worth. So you can still cruise down the road. You don't get a bad drone. That's why I left the mufflers on there, because I hate that drone around 3,000 RPMs. It drives you nuts. This one doesn't drone out. Actually sounds really good. But you can still have a conversation and drive it every day if you want to. Drives great.